Live. Welcome to the Unfiltered Podcast, Season 2, guys. We have great guests today. They are Liliana3 and Mike the Guru. Please give them applause. Appreciate you guys taking your time to the podcast. How are you guys today?
Thanks. We're great.
Nervous? Now?
A little bit.
A little
A
bit.
little
little
more.
bit.
A little more. All right. So look, we want to know who are you? Like, who is Liliana and who is Mike the Guru? Liliana, please tell us a little bit about yourself, outside of Horizon first. So who are you? We want to know who are you.
So outside of Horizon,
Correct.
I'm working full time. I'm a district manager for a large fast food chain. I will just leave it to that.
Okay.
And that pretty much takes most of my time, other than between Horizon and that. That's it.
Okay. How about you, Mike the Guru?
Cool.
Who is Mike the Guru?
Well, outside of Horizon, Mike the Guru is actually a guy named David.
David.
So there's
Okay.
that. I don't really have much outside because this is what I do. Horizon's what I do. Like, this is my job.
So you do this
So-
full time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
every day except for the weekends. I get the weekends off, which is nice. But even then, I'm in here. But
Okay.
yeah.
You spend most of your time in Horizon. Then, I know you
Yes.
guys. I know Liliana's more than a scripter than a builder. What are you, Mike or Dave?
Please, you can just call me Mike in here.
Mike. Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Most people refer to me as a Swiss Army knife. I started out building, and then when I got to a point where I felt ready for it, I started learning scripting. And now I do both.
Both. What do you think you're more stronger than, building or scripting?
Honestly, I feel that my levels are about the same, and I just keep on getting better with both each day. The more I practice.
Liliana, how about you? I know you're more a scripter than a builder. Am I right, or now?
That is my main focus. I am building. I'm just not focusing on art. I'm not artistic.
Okay.
I'm focusing on structures and stuff that are not super curvy or nothing super hard. But yes, I am focusing on scripting mostly.
So what brought you guys to VR?
Actually, I bought my headset because I found out that you can watch Netflix movies and I am very lazy. So the idea of watching a movie that moves with my head was absolutely amazing.
It sounds amazing too. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So I bought the headset. I have not watched any movies because I did found Horizon when I first bought it, and I've been here since. I did not even hear about VR or had any interest in it prior to actually buying the headset.
How about you, Mike?
Well, I've been into VR for a couple of years now. But specifically for Horizon, I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw an ad pop up, and there was these giant people just putting down little shapes. And I was like, well, damn, that looks like fun. I want to do that. This is back before it had even released. It was still in closed beta. And I applied and never heard anything back until one day, I was working a long shift right after Christmas. I was serving tables back then. And I got home and put on my headset, and it just happened to Horizon Worlds was in my recommended tab. I was like, oh, I forgot about this. So I just downloaded it, and it's addicting.
It's very addictive, especially when you start learning how to build or script in. You can spend hours in it. What was the first world that you guys visit when you guys open the app of Horizon?
Probably the Plaza.
Plaza for you? Okay, how about you,
Yes.
Mike?
The Plaza definitely. They just sort of spit you out in there. After the Plaza, I think the first world I ever visited, it was either between Club Polygon or The Mansion by Merck.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Where do you guys get your not experience, but do you guys have any like backgrounds on scripting or coding?
No.
No. I
No.
mean,
So
I took a C++ class in fifth grade, but that was about 20 years ago,
you said
and
fifth
I did
grade?
like it. Yes, fifth grade.
Oh, okay. So how you guys learn to script here in Horizon then? Like, who did you guys look up to learn scripting, or you guys are just playing with the scripts, or
I think we learned a little bit differently.
right?
For me was I start meeting people, hanging out with people, and everyone was talking about how hard is the script, and that was my challenge. I was keep hearing it's hard, it's impossible, it's like super hard. You have to have a degree in IT or something, and I'm like, how hard can it be? Like, I'm sure it's not that hard. So I just pulled out the script gizmo and start doing stuff. And I'm like, this is actually not hard. I love it. I want to do this like constantly. It was a one day all of this happened.
Mm,
And from there I just met more people who are scripters, who were there to answer questions. I attended the classes that Genimator was running. I still do now and then.
mm,
Later on, I attended Waffles math class because math was always my favorite subject. I've always loved math. So when that showed up in my face, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is exactly what I want to learn. This is exactly what I want to do. And
mm,
I just went on from there and never really cared about the building part,
mm.
as I was constantly surrounded by people who are amazing builders. So I'm like, I'm not going to come to your level. I'm just going to focus on my scripting and carry on.
Definitely. I mean, it looked like learning all those codes or scripting brought you all the way here now. You helped a lot of people, a lot of creators that don't know a lot of scripts, even me, um, do worlds. So it looked like that hard work that you put in the beginning is paying off because people are, I guess they're hiring you to do scripting. Am I right? I guess I'm just taking
Correct.
guesses.
Yes.
Yeah, but so it's a good way to learn the script. I know at the beginning people look at the script and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do with it. But if you get into it, you can definitely learn it. That's how I started. I don't have no only in high school I took a class web development, and that's the only web or coding I guess I learned, and I'm starting to learn the codes in here. But if you want to learn it, it's possible. Mike, how about you? How did you learn coding here in Horizon?
It for me, like the way I got started in it is I kind of how Lena said, like hearing people talk about, oh, it's so impossible and whatnot. And by the time I got into scripting, I'd already been building for a while, and I understood that if I wanted to make my worlds more enjoyable, even if I was the only person to ever set foot in them, I was going to have to learn some level of scripting. So I watched video tutorials. I, did just the whole trial and error thing. And then the creator community in Horizon has been just the best resource of all. There are so many people who are so willing to take time to help people, not just get things done, but to help them learn along the way. One of my biggest things for me is I like to be very independent. And especially when there's like, oh, I want to get this done in time for, Halloween or whatever. And then someone's like, oh, I can help you. And then they don't. If I don't have that knowledge, I have to find someone else on short notice. So
Right.
it was just sort of a need for me and a want. But now it's just an addiction.
Addiction. You guys are addicted to coding. I mean, like Liliana said, it does get addicted after you learn how to use the tools and learn how to read the code blocks here in Horizon. So you said you said you started on. How long have you been in Horizon? Since the beginning, you said.
I joined back in December,
In
right after
December.
Christmas, December 27th, I believe.
Okay, how about you, Liliana?
Sometime in January, probably.
Okay, cool,
I
cool.
bought the headset maybe mid-January, so any time after that.
Were you guys were like me, like the saw an commercial about the headset, and you're like, "Oh, that looked interested. I want to get it." Was that the way that you guys got the Oculus, or you were like, "I want to try
Um,
something new"? Because I saw it in
no,
a commercial.
I have not seen any commercials whatsoever. My roommate actually has an older version, like an older headset, and
Hmm.
I've tried that first, and that's how I, figure out the Netflix thing, the mini roller coaster games, and I always just assumed, without doing any research, that a VR headset costs at least $2,000. So I didn't look into it at the beginning because it was just not the amount of money that I wanted to spend on something that's recreational.
Right.
But I went on Amazon and I saw that this, I don't know how much it was, like $300-400. So I'm like, wow, this is a steal. I thought honestly it's like some special offer. I did not realize that's the actual price. So that's why I bought it.
Hmm. Okay. How about you, Mike?
I virtual reality had always been on my radar, but I was at a Christmas party last year, and one of my friends had his headset, and he played Beat Saber. And as soon as I put it on, and just like my whole world was cut off, and I was just in this environment, it's like, okay, I gotta get me one of these. Just
Hmm.
have to. So
I see. So when players or people visit your world, what what do you want people to take away from their experience with your world? Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you want people to take away with them visiting your worlds?
I just want them to have fun
To have fun.
and go towards that they want to go to. And if their interest matches the words that I'm creating, I would love for them to be there to, have fun, hang out, play games, or whatever the word is, because I do have different words.
Yeah. You have 21 worlds. Mike, you have 11 worlds. Am I right? I did my little research. Dude, you had
You know more
11
than I.
worlds. And Alina, you have 21 worlds. They're all amazing. I went and visited them because I did a little research on you guys. Beautiful worlds, very good scripting, and little bit good build. I mean, good building. I mean, um, I know you guys collab very often. Um, what's the experience collaborating with other? How's that experience here in Horizon collaborating with other creators?
It
It's
can be a
amazing.
beautiful thing. It can be.
What do you?
Can be
Yeah,
amazing.
can you give me more
Yeah.
details on that? Can be.
Yeah. I I think that collaborating is amazing. I love it. I love being able to share my ideas and get real feedback right then and there. Or working together towards a common goal is another thing that is amazing experience. However, when people take what's not theirs, or they get work out of you and then cut you off of the project, or you do XYZ and then they take complete credit for it and there's nothing you can do about that, that's when it actually can become problematic and a bad experience. I've had that happen a couple times. But
Yeah, definitely. I do know what you mean. Do you think what can Horizon do to prevent stuff like that? Because a lot of people, like you said, it's true. They ask for help, you help them, or you collab with projects, and then they just cut you out, or they just take the assets or the build that you're making, and publish it. What do you think Horizon can do to prevent stuff like that?
To
Go ahead.
I don't think Horizon can do too much. It's just the human nature. Stuff like this will happen, and it's not the best thing, but it's just on us to do our research and make sure that we collaborate with people that we can actually trust. And I feel like it did happen to me a couple of times, but I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to focus on the negative experiences. All that I learned from that is, okay, I will never collaborate with this person ever again. And we move on with our lives. Now, of course, it's a little bit different if you put in like hundreds of hours, but usually you don't put the hundreds of hours unless you really know the person or you have some sort of trust into this person. And sooner or later, the truth will come up pretty much. Somebody trying to steal something from you is not going to get them that far. It might get them a little bit further. It's not going to get them there that far, especially when you will talk to your friends about it. So if I have a bad experience with somebody, let's say I collaborate with you and you start stealing assets, the first thing that I do is I will tell Mike and I will tell Pigeon and I will tell Homed, because these are my closest friends, and Gangus and Don, and none of these people will probably ever collaborate with you again. So it's pretty much make sure you play your cards right.
Right. Yeah. You definitely gotta know that person that you collab, right? Because it does happen. People take assets away, or they just make you an editor in the world and then just take you out. Mike, anything you want to say that Horizon can do anything about preventing people to just kick you out of a world or just stealing assets?
I think that I don't think there's really much that they can do on their end of things. A huge part of it is just trust. Yeah, just trust in who you're working with, and with like the asset library, that makes pocketing things way easier.
Yep.
Way easier. I think that Horizon has been taking a step in the right direction with testers now can't import worlds that they're a part of. I believe that used to be a thing where testers could import, but now they can't. And forgive me if I'm absolutely incorrect on anything. So yeah, but I think that it's just know who you're working with.
Also, I need to mention both. I know he focuses on both of them. I mean, we kind of both are, but we are mostly focusing on scripting. It's harder to steal scripts. I mean, you can steal them. They probably won't work accordingly if you don't know how to make them work accordingly.
Definitely, yeah.
Especially if you have some sort of protection. Like I mostly do. I will name the variables and nobody will be able to figure out what goes where unless they personally ask me. So it's a little bit of a security measure.
No, that is.
I mean, they can steal it. It's not gonna work.
Definitely, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's definitely hard to steal scripts, especially that if you do your own secret coding type thing, put in variables your own way so you can understand it. That is true. But if somebody's just started here in Horizon World, right, and they're trying to learn how to script, what would you tell them? What would you tell them if I come to you be like, I want to learn how to script for a newbie that I don't know scripting? Where should I start, or what would you tell me to do?
Definitely check out the Creators Academy, and Seeing Blue is creating his own learning environment, which is amazing. I can't wait for all of you to see it. Those are probably the best options to start with, unless you directly ask somebody for one-on-one lessons. Okay. But that also does depend on your level, if you have any prior experience or not. Because people
none.
That
I have no
experience.
I just started Horizon and I want to learn how to script. So
yes, definitely. In my opinion, these two outlets are the best. I know Horizon has tutorials. I know Video has tutorials. I personally have not watched any of that. because I don't have the patience. So I'm just talking from my point of view.
Yeah.
Having an interactive class is a pretty amazing thing to start with, or going into the videos assets and if you're independent enough, just take apart everything that they did, because video has amazing assets and they have like a lot of them. So that's a really good resource as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Mike, anything else you want to add to that?
Yeah. My advice for anyone just starting out scripting is, you know, don't stop challenging yourself. You know, if you're starting from scratch, it's like learning a whole new language. And it can be very intimidating, but start with the basics and steep yourself in that as much as possible. Practice every chance you get, and don't be afraid to ask for help. There's communities both within Horizon and off of Horizon, like in Discord or Facebook, where any questions you have, there are lots of people out there with so much knowledge that they're willing to share, who will absolutely you know, do their best to help. That doesn't mean they're going to do everything for you. Most of these people want to share the knowledge, and that's important to know. It's just seek the knowledge, and it'll come to you.
Yeah, there is creators that do like to help other ones. If you're very interested, if you want to waste time, creators, because time flies here. Time flies so fast. But if you definitely want to learn, and a creator will help you if they have the time. All right, so we're gonna play a game. Whatever comes to your head, just spit it out. So it's kind of questions, and just tell me whatever comes up first.
Oh wow.
Cool. All right, here we go. Are you lefty or right? You're right. With your left or right? Right. What's your favorite color?
Mint green.
Brown.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
Not in Tennessee.
Probably Texas.
Are you a coffee or a tea person?
Coffee.
What's one thing that you're really bad at?
Controlling my tone.
Okay.
Is that for me? Is that what you're saying? That for me? That matches me. I 100% subscribe to that.
Okay, so both of you guys. Okay, so what's one thing that you're really good at then?
Spending money, probably.
I think everybody's good
I'm
at
sure
that.
TG Maxx loves that I exist. So,
Mike?
For me, it's character voices.
Oh, okay. Give me some characters. I want to hear some.
Well, I knew if I said that, I'd be kind of put on the spot here, so I only had these two prepared. I apologize.
It's all good. What's your favorite holiday?
Halloween.
Christmas.
Okay. How would your friend describe you with one word?
Crazy. Probably. Definitely.
Crazy.
That's the word. Is
okay. What's your favorite movie?
Princess Bride.
I don't have a favorite movie.
Okay. What's 3 items that you would take with you if they send you to an island?
My Oculus, my phone, and cigarettes.
Okay.
My Oculus, mobile internet, and a Kit Kat bar.
Cool. All right. That's the end of the game. Good job. Sorry. Told you it was not hard questions. All right. It's just to get to know you a little bit more, because you guys are scripters. You guys are always in build mode. You guys, how often do you guys hop worlds?
Probably 10% of our time, give or take.
It's not all the time, but usually when I'm spending time with friends, we're usually hopping around worlds.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you believe? What do you believe Horizon maximum potential is?
I'm sorry.
Like, what do you think Horizon potential can be?
I do think it has great potential.
But on the future, what do you where do you see Horizon?
That's a very hard question.
That is a really hard question. See, in my opinion, Horizon has a great deal of potential. What it can offer to people, creatives or people who want to socialize, or people who, maybe don't necessarily want to get out of their house too much for whatever reason. Horizon has a bit of everything for anybody. However, there's a lot of quality of life upgrades that will determine, in my opinion, determine a lot of the future. And then of course, like, with anything, just management. If things aren't managed well, and I'm not saying that they're not right now, but just for whatever reason, should management kind of get rough, that could affect things. So I don't know. It's hard to tell where it could be, because it could go a lot of different ways.
Okay. What's your favorite experience here in Horizon?
I would just say the experience that made me pretty much obsessed with it, and that those are like waffle puzzle games.
Okay.
One of the first
Waffle
ones
got
that
good puzzle games. Hard ones too, though.
Yeah, I am obsessed with escape rooms in real life as well.
Mm.
So that just hit the nerve.
Okay. Mike?
It's hard to pick favorites, because there's so many good ones and so many new ones.
I just need one. I just need one.
I know. I don't know. I probably New Year's Eve was great.
Okay.
It wasn't one particular world, just New Year's Eve in general.
Okay. So I know you guys spend a lot of time in build mode, but what's the longest time you spent writing a script?
Like consecutively, or
yeah, in one
like
session. In one session. In one session. The longest.
Probably about 12 hours.
12 hours. That's a lot. That's a job shift. But you, Mike?
Yeah. Probably same around there.
Can I ask
Yeah.
what kind of world was that in? If it's not out yet, it's all good.
Well, for me, it actually, like, I spent even more time than that working on the script entirely, but that was when I was developing the flight mechanic in Upward Falls.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Liliana?
For me, it was the competition world as well. It was after things broke, me rewriting everything, and halfway through having the idea of putting different languages in, which took a long time.
Okay. I know when you have this Oculus on you, time flies very much. But how do you manage time in here and in the real world, spending time with friends or family?
Oh, I don't. I just spend time in here and deal with the consequences of real life after.
Okay, I'm something like that too.
I'm the same way, but given my circumstances, there's no consequences currently.
Okay. The question is, I know Meta is going to have an event on the 11th. Are you guys going to watch it? And what do you guys expect from that show or that event?
I am going to watch it, or hopefully, unless I am...
Are you going to watch it here on Horizon, or you want to watch it on the phone?
That's the plan. But
Okay.
it is the first Connect event that I'm going to, so I don't know what to expect. I've never been to one.
Okay.
So it's actually very exciting to go.
I'm excited too.
Yeah. I plan on watching it if I can in Horizon. If I am not working, I'll definitely watch in here. Otherwise, I'll probably just like tune in on my phone while I work. But I'm really looking forward to. Again, it's my first Connect event too, but I'm looking forward to hearing what has been being worked on and then seeing what the future holds. Such as the new headset or things like that.
Cool. Are you guys getting the new headset?
100%.
100%. Okay, yeah, me too. We got to. If we spend so much time here, we have to have not the best. Well, it is gonna be the best, but as we spend more time here, we need to have the best. So, let me ask you this: what's one thing that Horizon does not have, and you want, and it will make Horizon better?
Age restrictions.
I feel like transparency.
Okay,
That too.
with the creators.
Yes.
Okay, definitely. So, do you think they're not communicating with the creators as much as you guys want, or
Correct. Yeah, that will pretty much sum up.
yeah, for sure. So, I have a question. So, if you had the chance to take out a capacity bar out, which one would it be and why? Do you know what I mean by that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Um,
I wouldn't. Go ahead. You go first.
geometric complexity, because you can hit that far before you hit objects. So I'd totally take out geo. That way we can build full object capacity and still get like these really high definition worlds with, especially with the new meshes. Oh my gosh, those things chew up geo so fast.
Yes. Definitely.
For me, will definitely be simulation.
Can I ask why?
Mostly because there is a very limited amount of things that you can have interactive if you want to have more than like 4 or 8 players in the world.
Yes, that.
I do understand how that will be a burden on the headset, but in a fantasy world, that's what I would like.
Definitely. I know you guys brought the competition in. I know you guys your worlds are here that you guys have submitted. So let's talk about a little bit about the competition. I know you, Liliana, made a world. Okay, so let me back a little bit. Everybody that submitted a world for the competition, it's going to get $3,000. A lot of people were very disappointed on that decision because a lot of people spend so much time in building the worlds. Like Mike said, and you guys said, you guys work so hard on your world, more than 12 hours just to write one script. And a lot of people were very, very upset because everybody, even though if you just got an asset from the library and put it and changed 1 or 2 colors and you submit it, you're gonna get $3,000. I know you made a world, so creators could come and vote if they agree with the decision, and if not, can I ask the voting? How was the voting went? How was the votes?
So the votes, most of the people voted that they did not agree with the decision, and 4 times the number of people that voted against voted for it. So obviously not everybody voted, so I cannot have
Right. It's yeah.
full
So
picture.
what are your opinions on the meta's decision on this unfair? I think because I didn't submit a world, but it's very unfair because if people just got an asset from the library and they did 1 or 2 touches, change colors, and they put at least 5 hours into that world, they're gonna get $3,000 with people like you guys or other creators that put hours on it. Spent just you guys are getting $3,000 too. What are your opinions on this?
Um, I was disappointed, extremely disappointed, but it's not because of the amount of time that we spend. It's mostly because of the fact that a lot of people were disappointed on the last competition, and Meta didn't really do anything about that. But because it was a competition focused on art, which is subjective, everybody kind of brushed it under the rug and call it a day pretty much. This competition brought hope in a lot of people's minds because it's like so specific. You have to have these mechanics and you have to have them working and you have to have the main portion of your word around these mechanics. So just having the mechanics should not have qualified you. You have to have the main experience about these mechanics. And that was the hard part. And then there were the bugs that they did not address prior to the competition ending. So a lot of us worked around the bugs. It's not a matter of what mechanic you used, and some of them did get fixed. It's about literally rewriting your whole word to match what mechanics are still working. And some of the people did that, and some of the people didn't. And it's not, at least for myself, just about the money. It's about the recognition as well. They just put us in the same bucket,
Category,
and it felt like
pretty much.
our effort is not being validated, and it felt like they don't even wanna check the words just because it might offend some people, and I don't think that's fair when it comes to a competition that's strictly based on mechanics.
Yeah, this competition was for scripters to show what you guys can do in Horizon. Yeah, definitely. Mike, what's your opinion on this decision that Meta have gave us that everybody's gonna get 3K no matter what, if you're good or not?
When I first heard it, I was extremely disheartened. The first inclination is to reflect inward on the me, myself, and I. Well, oh, I spent this much time doing this, and oh, I put so much effort, and oh, this and oh, that. All about me, 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 me. The more I've had time to think about it, the more I've been able to zoom out and focus more on what this decision, the impact that the decision had on the community as a whole. I feel that this decision is extraordinarily unfair, and in the sense that that regardless of the work that we've submitted, because every world is vastly different from the next, regardless of what we submitted, all of us were promised XYZ, and when the time came with there were a whole lot of things, a whole lot of times where things went wrong. There were bugs, things were breaking. We said, hey, Meta, this is going on, help us, like, we're working on it, just keep on going. There were a lot of times that they could have been extraordinarily transparent and said, listen, y'all, we're struggling, we are struggling, just bear with us, or this is what we're planning to do. It was the decision as a whole, in my opinion, just it robbed everyone of a lot of trust. A lot of people invested so much time and effort into their work, whatever that means for them, because they were going after what they were promised, and then without warning, that was taken away. So for me, I'm just very disappointed in the lack. It felt like a lack of, well, ultimately, it's just a lack of communication. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to a new contest and more transparency. I know Horizon's buckling down so much right now on quality of life and stability and performance of the platform, which is so critical, because we need that as a solid foundation for anything more. But I'm just I'm looking forward to just things getting better from here. So
How do you think Meta should handle this competition? Because everybody knew there was a lot of bugs. after they forced everybody to publish their world with Visit 2, knowing that there were so many bugs. They just said, we're just going to publish it no matter what. How do you think they should handle this competition with the answer they gave us, pretty much? How do you think they should handle it? With
I
picking the
honestly think they
winners
should
or
have
stuff.
just continued the way that they initially advertised it, because yes, there were bugs, but most of them were fixed prior to the judging period. And if they weren't, you always have the option to go. I mean, I'm sure Meta has the option to go in build mode in any of our worlds, and you can test how it was intended to work, knowing those bugs.
Right.
There is a difference between bugs and user error. And when it comes to a competition, yes, you do have to consider the bugs that they were responsible for, but user error, they're not responsible for that. And it's a competition
Definitely, yeah.
with set rules that I'm a rule follower, so I do 100% think all the rules have to be followed. And maybe that's just me, but yes, I feel like from what we've seen, most of the words, they were pretty okay. There are certain bugs in some of them, but it's very obvious that, oh, this bug exists because, Meta has bugs, not because they didn't do a good job. So you can still
Right.
enjoy the words, most of them, regardless of the bugs.
Yeah, definitely. Mike, what's your opinion? How do you think Meta or Horizon team should handle this competition?
I can't say like these are the steps that should have been taken, but what I can say is that there very well could have been a lot more transparency with the community as a whole. I think that the lack of transparency and communication definitely enabled us to continue keeping our hopes extraordinarily high. And so those fell very far, very fast when the announcement was made. If there was warning like, hey, y'all, kind of on rocky ground here, not sure how we're feeling about this, we could be like, oh, okay, well, this sucks, but what's going to happen, So I don't know exactly how I would have handled it. It's a tough spot to be in because it's everything is so subjective, and no matter which way you cut it, someone somewhere is going to feel a certain way, and that goes for good and bad. So it's really a tough spot to be in, and I really feel for whoever had to make that decision, because I imagine that they're going through a lot. So yeah, I don't know, just more communication.
Yeah, definitely. All right, for our I got one more game for you guys. Last game. So this is Never Have I Ever Horizon World Edition. So we have 10 fingers, right? But we can't put their fingers down. So if you press that up there, there's going to be 10 numbers every time if you have done it, just press that and it's going to count down. So if you just press that right now just to test it, it should pop up 10. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So if you have done it, just press that and it's going to count down. Never have I ever gone 24 hours without showering. I done it, so I would press that. Cool.
Shit.
Oh,
You've done it twice, Alina. She's gone 48 hours.
Never have I ever left a creator on red.
I didn't. This is 9. This is still 9. Okay.
Okay. So
Sure.
yes. Okay. Never have I ever pulled an all-nighter to create in Horizon World.
This is 8 now.
You done it twice, Mike? I see you.
Oh, I've done it so more than twice. I've done it so much it's not even funny, so I had to take 2 off.
Yes.
Never have I ever been in the same world with someone that I don't like.
Can I press it multiple times?
Yes, go for it. Yes.
I'm joking.
All right. Never have I ever told somebody I would help them with a project, but I didn't have the time to help them.
Maybe at the time when I told him, but if I make a commitment, I always find time to follow up.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
Yeah, maybe I was late a few times, but yeah, never.
Never have I ever told somebody that you like their world, but you didn't. Like the page. Mike? No? So you every time you tell them you're gonna like it, you like them?
Yeah, if because that goes back to I don't make a commitment and not follow up on it. It's the same thing with my words. If I'm not going to tell someone, oh yeah, this is so good, just because. Right, I hate it when people do that to me, so I'm not going to do it to other people.
Yeah, all right, for the last question.
I'm not saying, but I will like their... I didn't actually said it. I just want to specify. Hey, I love your word when I actually don't, but I did hit the like button in order to support them, regardless if I like the word or not.
Cool. For the last question, never have I ever gone drunk, Hop World's drunk. Sorry.
I don't drink, so.
No. Cool. All right, that's the game. The last questions. So 6 and 5. That's not bad. Again, anything else that you want to tell Horizon? Something that you guys want in Horizon, or anything if the Horizon team is watching, anything you want to tell them or anyone that's watching, and promote. Where can we find you guys?
Well, here, right here.
But outside of Horizon,
outside of
social media.
Oh, social. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I did not understood your question right away. I'm like, what do you mean?
Sorry.
They can find me at work, but I wish they don't.
Where can they find you outside of Horizon?
I do have a Facebook page that's called ilina3. Exactly like this one is spelled.
Don't forget the underscore.
At the end.
It's underscore.
No, there is no underscore on the Facebook.
Oh,
there is an underscore on the Instagram one. It's ilina_VR, but not on the Facebook one.
Okay.
And I am working on my website slowly.
Cool. How about you, Mike?
Cool. Well, if I want to say anything to Horizon, thank you. Just thank you for everything. And then you can find me on Instagram at mke_theguru. Find me on Facebook at Mike, M-I-K-E, the Guru, because they wouldn't let me change my page name to what I want it to be because it's apparently not a word. You can find me on PayPal, Cash App, Mike the Guru. No, Venmo and Cash App at Mike the Guru. Anyway, yeah. And I'm here all the time. Hit me up anytime.
Cool. I appreciate you guys taking your time, and I appreciate you guys coming to the Unfiltered podcast. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think this is it. Anything else you guys want to say?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks for watching, and thank you guys. My name is SEEMEBROVR here in Horizon World. See you next time. We do this Wednesday at 7:30 or 7. Thank you guys again.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.